Okay, so I've got a mini rant I would like to discuss. Narcissists will pick a person that they don't like, and it's usually out of some unhealed wound that got triggered through jealousy and hate. And they will try to convince a crowd of people why they should hate them too. And it doesn't matter if they lie, tell the truth, tell the half-truth, or just completely use every covert tactic in the book to make this person look bad, because they can't confront the person themselves and tell them how they feel. They need to get numbers to hurt them, for them essentially. And if you learn how to analyze people and defend yourself against those tactics, you just have to stay grounded and calm and say, that's not who I am, and let people treat you however they treat you, and eventually the truth will prevail. But what irritates me about that is the whole time they're accusing you of these awful things, you've got all this attention on you from people you don't know. And then there's people out there that are actually doing A, B, C, D, E, F, G to somebody, and they're not being looked at because a narcissist has their grips on a group of people, pointing the attention at an innocent person. And that is exactly what happens when you don't heal yourself. You create a even more unsafe environment. There's somebody out there that's probably needing help and doesn't know how to reach out, but all their help is focused on an innocent person because of a narcissist's unhealed wounds, or just a simply jealous person. Not everybody who starts smear campaigns is a narcissist, but it is a trait. I just thought it was, disturbing to think about how somebody's jealousy and hatred toward one person could take helping hands away from somebody that actually needs it, because they need a group of people to make them feel better about themselves. I don't know. It's just disturbing to me. That is just an example of why mental health needs to be pushed in society. Narcissism is a mental illness. It's extreme selfishness. They have a grandiose sense of self-importance. So much that they matter more than anybody else. So that's why they do stuff like that. They don't even think about the repercussions to their actions. They're just thinking about how they need to feel better right here, right now, emotionally, because they have the emotional regulation of a toddler. They can't stop and think, oh, I shouldn't do this. This could cause some major repercussions in the future. Now, I don't know how long, smear campaigns take to die out. Usually, people catch on pretty quickly, but the problem is sometimes they can get other hateful narcissists involved, and they could argue with you that the sky is red and beat the shit out of you for it. And you can prove that it's blue. But they don't care. They don't care. You're wrong and you're going to pay, essentially. There's no reason. There's no logic. That's what makes them so dangerous. So, essentially, at the root of it is, I believe we should be educating people in high school and elementary school about these mental health conditions and prevent narcissism from even taking a hold of people in the first place. We need to promote more mental health in school, not teach a million different ways to calculate. You know what I'm trying to say, not a million different ways to make a formula and how to structure a sentence properly. I mean, we've got technology to help us with that now. Though it is important, it's like, let's start teaching us life skills in high school. Let's start teaching us life skills in elementary school. Like, stuff that the real world has to unfortunately teach people for being genuine, you know? A lot of times people will say, was it worth it? You know, being a good person or whatever. And it's like, was it worth it to be myself? Yeah, it actually was. And I'm going to promote my thinking to the public however I can, and hopefully it grabs the attention of important people so they understand the gravity of mental health in the US, at least. I mean, I'm not aware of other cultures and how they handle things. And maybe one day I can educate myself on them. But right now, as an observer, as a survivor of narcissistic smear campaigns and abuse myself, it can really affect your financial stability and just ability to thrive in general. It's concerning. It makes you feel like something is wrong with you. But we are just not educated enough to understand what's really going on. That's why narcissists have so much power and control. They utilize fear tactics to keep things the way they are instead of leadership. Like, make people want to follow your lead, not scare them into submission, have them shaking to keep their position at work or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, or anywhere. I don't know. I've worked at a lot of places. I'm 30 years old. And it doesn't matter if you come to work on time, do everything you're supposed to, do more, do less. If people don't like you, then you're out. Like, you're out. And it's a lot of times people don't like you because of their own unhealed mental health problems, like, or unhealed wounds. For me, I feel like that is the root of a lot of things that I have gone through in life. People just need more mental health resources or education. And a lot of times, unfortunately, people don't get educated until they have been a victim of narcissistic abuse themselves, and it's already affected their life. I feel like we could prevent it a lot sooner, before it gets to the point where, oh wow, I don't have finances. Oh, I'm scared to go to another job and it does the same thing or whatever. Like, I don't know. Somebody's unhealed wounds could damn near put you out on the street. And the strange part about that is they'd be the one knocking on your door saying, do you want me to help you? I can help you. Just so everyone can see them in a positive light. Like, it's disturbing. But, I mean, that's not to scare you away from realizing there's actual good people out there, because some people do want to help and, be good, but narcissists would do something like that, It's all about how they're seen, not who they are. If they knew who they were, they wouldn't care how people see them, and they'd be strong enough to fight against how people see them. So it's awareness and mental health that we need to implement. And that's essentially what it boils down to. And I just wanted to touch on the subject because it really irritates me when the focus is always put on the wrong person, and there are people out there getting away with really heinous, awful things because everyone's attention is on the wrong person because of a narcissist. It's disturbing, but I love you, and thank you for listening to this video.